Today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one is set in Lisbon. This is the week of the 2nd of January. Happy New Year. Diagonal roads require double the amount of road tiles. Destinations are more likely to be double destinations. And start with 4 traffic lights. So we are going to be in for a rough ride from the get-go here. The only positive is that the end of the week will never offer us traffic lights, so we can always have a slightly better chance of getting something that we want. Still not very, don't get much use out of traffic lights. But though, just start with 4. Actually, it's not even unlimited, so there's no benefit to this at all. All good. With the new year as well, you may have noticed that I got a new logo, a new banner on my page. We like it. I like it. I felt my old one was very was themed to sort of mini metro, and I do like the idea of sort of changing it so that it's something that's not as sort of specifically niche. And it was also kind of white, like very white, very thin. And I do love the simplicity of a baseball logo, so that's sort of the inspiration for my new DD. And I actually really like the banner way where it's written out. I was tempted to make that the new sort of logo, just sort of have that in a small circle, but it was sort of decided that that would be too small to be readable. So the DD is what remains as the small logo, and then I will just have to occasionally go to my own page to admire the full written out drawing dead. Now, I don't know about the layout that I've already got here. I do like that I've got the second blue heading north to the other entrance to try and divide up the where these guys are headed. I was tempted even to turn these 2 guys up to the top just to reduce the amount of guys going through this bottom point, but basically as soon as you have 2 different colors sharing a double destination, they become a family, so it doesn't matter which if they're all using the same roads. Roundabout maybe would be what help my stuff down here. It's those 2 guys to hop up. I want to reduce the amount of roundabout points there are. I think anything more than 3 and start to give yourself a little bit of trouble. So, well, it's sort of not giving me too much choice here. So I'm going to try and reduce that. So we're going to have to possibly send these guys over here. Don't have to do it just yet. He's very close. So we'll let him try and look after that guy on his own for a little bit. It does make this guy's journey all the way to top seem a bit more pointless. I was going to add a butt there, but there's no real butt to that. That's just a fact. It's a pretty useless route right there. I think our goal for something like this is going to be 2,000. Can we hit the normal base requirement of a of the standard game? The thing is, though, if I'm pulling these guys off, these are actually the closest guys to him. This is just disadvantaging this guy for the welfare of that guy. It should be these ones that are going over there, possibly. Then that disadvantages him. Alright, well, at least that one's a little win. We'll give him 2. This is barely in need of a roundabout anymore. And all of these guys, all of them except for this one guy, are using the same one road anyway. We could get rid of that, do that, and then just put that guy there. This second yellow house to the right here has barely shifted. I'm not sure he's actually sent a car the entire time. This, oops, sorry. So this one guy on the other side here is doing great work at this point. I mean, he did have two other guys helping him until just moments ago. Well, so far we haven't had too bad a placement. I mean, probably that those pinks are a little bit off. But apart from that, everyone else has been pretty close to their houses. Very early days, though. I reckon at about this point in every game, you can... If at this point in any game you think, like, oh, it's a bit of a rough placement, you're already cooked. This is the calm before the storm in any match. That there's only a couple of colours. Well, that is a nice... Probably don't need to pause for that. It's a nice welcome. We can just sort of shift that guy that way, and we can move those two to that side. Then get him just to do a really long run to go and help out. Diagonal doesn't feel like it's coming into this at all. Yet we've not had too much trouble. I was going to say, we're probably about to start seeing houses on other banks. And this will be where our motorways are going to have to start kicking in. We do really need to give this guy some more support. Be what this is probably building towards. This guy here we could possibly turn around to for a little stint, because you can see he's not getting used. This guy's so... Well, both of them are so close to this guy that being a square destination is not really causing us much grief. Well, there we go. We've just had a throwdown of 2 new colours in 2 new locations. Ugh. Alright, let's just change things for me. Let's send that guy through there. Let's get all those guys to... Actually, we'll turn them around. We should do something about green. Let's... Don't have any other bridges, we've only got the one. So let's just send these guys as a motorway, at least for now. Keep an eye on this guy. I can't imagine that he's going to cope well with just the one destination. So we might just have to give him like a quick little boost of support. In the way of a motorway that just sort of bounces straight up there. This guy down the bottom will give those 2 houses just temporarily at least. Alright, well that's another really nice get for this guy. 1 more of these houses on this side and this becomes a permanent fixture for alright. That becomes a permanent fixture for this guy. So these guys we're going to have to get across. We do have the motorway. No, we don't have a motorway. All we've got is a bridge. So let's use that bridge. Well, at least we got someone set for him. Still got this set of yellow over here as well. Got a fair bit of pink just sort of laying around too. Don't like what's happening for this guy's network down here. Especially since that's two double destinations. Sorry, that's two circular destinations as a double destination. It's always going to cause us grief. This is the same as well. Okay, so sort of throwing greenhouses at us any direction over here. I would say we can get rid of that now, and these three guys can take on looking after him. As we do that, we get another beneficial house down here that we possibly don't even need these four guys for that one either. This yellow house here is still only running off one, or destinations running off one house, but these guys here we could easily flip around and then just run over. But I really prefer to do that with a bridge. I mean, I suppose I can anyway. What I could do is I could give these guys a motorway. And then... and these guys the bridge. This guy here is not looking great. I think that's just to do with distance to travel. Let's... I'll touch that. Yeah, let's put that in there. And then bounce them to there. So it'll shorten their trip. It'll get rid of green passing through the more used side of light blue. So hopefully should make them all a little bit more efficient. The problem is that to do it, we're going to have to wait for all the greens to leave. So he's got to make it all the way off this motorway before anyone else gets sent. Which then causes both him to start to freak out, as well as this to have its own terrible little blockage. But hopefully it's just a temporary problem that they can quickly fix. You can see they're pretty non-stop at the moment, so let's just kill that off there for a second and get them to come in there. See that four guys are already immediately coming to the aid. And all this is in the name of attempting to make that slightly more efficient. This guy here is not doing too great either. Have these guys gain a motorway too. There we go, they're starting to clean that up a bit better. Alright, so we'll check a motorway there and bounce that to here. With those guys. Probably let those guys also have the option of coming that way if their circular destination starts to freak out a little bit. What we'll do is we'll just turn these three guys around. We'll let this guy go back to helping there and see that he's going straight away. We're getting a little green population up here too. Alright, that's a nice get since he's constant struggle. So much pink just running around at the top of this map. C2 that this is looking bad. Alright, here's the play. What we do is we take these 5 guys, we cut that, and run that to there. Then take these 3 guys, run them up to there. We then take these 4 guys, them a motorway, run them to there. I do feel like this yellow guy is slightly under staffed, so getting that extra house here will be quite nice for him. But that one does feel like it's just going to become a parking problem they're going to end up struggling with. What I can do as well is I've actually got the room, so let's have them run into a roundabout up there. Okay, so this guy's struggling down here again. So what we can do... Oh, is he going to come good? Oh, now he's going to start to have a bit more panic. Give him a little bit extra help. Just keep an eye on him. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that. Give these guys the motorway. Oh, they're already landing on that side as well, aren't they? We'll just chuck them over there for the second. Just see if they can help out and sort of clean up the road a bit, so that these guys aren't as congested and they're moving through. Still getting a ton of pink houses without pink having much of an issue. Oh, I guess this guy down here I've left running on 2 houses, but I guess he only just hit the big league. Okay, so our mate here is now just running on 2 houses. He's probably going to need some help. But we'll wait and see how long he can last. He's got 2 very close houses. I'm pretty sure he's already failing under my let's wait and see policy there. Goes to 3, goes to 4. Goes to 5, yeah, so he's going backwards at the moment. We can see that this guy here, there's guys all through here that aren't being used at the moment, so I would say that that means that we can justifiably switch 2 of these guys to assist. Try like a traffic light in there. You can also see that now no one's at home for this guy either. All of these guys currently aren't being used. So we've got 4 yellow houses up here. We've got the 2 down here. And a lot of this isn't being used either. This guy's still doing a stellar job, just looking after him on his own. This green down here, this pink. It's green here. All looking a little bit shaky. You really need a motorway there. You can see he's calmed down a lot more too. He's basically just using the allocated 4 houses that he's got. Who was that? Green. Okay, so let's turn that guy around. Let's flip that guy over. This guy here as well is also unhappy. But his is a distance issue, I think. And you can see this guy's got a infrastructure issue with houses getting in. But the thing is that if the cars are right here, it sort of means that they're moments away from getting rid of those, so it sort of holds a little bit better. This guy's struggles are, I guess, sort of down here. One thing let's fix. I can see a lot of time is spent waiting for that guy. Let's turn him around that way, see if that proves that. Again, we've got this group of 3 up here, but what we don't have is a motorway. Again, I don't think that this is necessarily an issue of available cars. I mean, you can see certainly for this guy, there's a car still sitting at home there. So he's okay. Now this guy here, this pink here, he sort of comes and goes. He's looking a little bit better again there. It's 3 blue houses here that we could actually join together and run down and join in here. What we'd want to do for that is put in a roundabout, and then we'll cut those guys into a little bit more of a section as well. Now this guy's struggling, which is unusual to see. One of my there you go, he's a little bit better now as well. Well, sorry, I didn't even notice we have blasted past that 2,000 goal I was after. Now the thing is, I don't have that much in the way of other houses to go and help this guy. Like, there's one house down here. I mean, all of these guys down here, I suppose, aren't doing anything at the moment. So let's disconnect that, turn these 3 around just to sort of make a little hub. And we'll shoot them off. Put them up here. Reason being that this is a circular destination, so he's actually the priority. We don't want to put something over here to get in the way of his cars coming in. If anything, we're going to interrupt the progress of light blue's cars coming in, because they obviously must be the... Alright, he's gone circular, so with that move, what we want to do is get these guys to all sort of face the same direction and come in and help. Very picky green, this guy. Yellow's unhappy, so let's send him back the other way. See, none of the yellows up here are currently being used, so that's who I need to get over here. But we need a motorway as well. So we'll just sort of essentially keep an eye on it at the moment. It is Sunday, so if we're lucky, we'll break soon. But you can see none of the guys are at home in those houses, which means that the issue is that there's a shortage of houses, like people actually trying to get there. So we will take these guys and make Highway 8, go and try and help them out for a little bit. See, blue down here is also in a struggle. Now we've got enough available bridges. We can get these 2 guys to just roll down the coast, go and join them, and we'll give them a... Ooh. Okay, so again we've got green freaking out. Nothing I can do to get that guy across there. Fortunately. Oh, that was a surprising little jolt we just had there. Okay, so is there these 3 greenhouses up here, four greenhouses up here, and this guy. Is there anything that we can do to cater to them? Yes, what we could do is we can take this motorway that very strangely up there, because this is only 2 guys that have been using that one. What we can do is we can take them and just basically get them to go just to the other source. So again, this is something that for a moment will make things worse while we wait for the motorway to move, which has luckily been pretty quick. And then will give us 6 extra cars that weren't already causing this to be absolutely packed. So, them now in place, our big problem is this guy. So what we can do is we can... This guy's not much better off either, is he? Take this guy at least. We've got a bridge, yep. Run him in there. We take that guy and do the same thing because he's not being used at the moment. This guy here looks like he's about to sink us anyway. We're just holding on for dear life. Like I said, the guys that are waiting for him are just outside, but nah. Only so much you can do with a double destination. 5,000 is definitely not too bad. Let's see how we stack up in the ratings on that one. 2%. 23. Not too bad at all. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later.